she scared the crap out of me, and I didn't know what to say, and she like yelled at me again. She's like, "Show me your dick." So I was like, "Okay." So I just whooped it out.
This is at the drive-thru?
Are you ready for your punishment, slave? I sometimes scream out, "No!" when really I mean yes, yes! And this is why we have the safe word. Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop. She's not a Christian!
Safe Word with Jason Rouse.
Hey, this is Jason Rouse, and welcome to the Safe Word Podcast. Today, my guest is Angelo.
Nallo.
Nallo?
Yeah, that's it.
So, but you were telling me that your mother is from Mexico.
Yeah, my mom's Mexican.
And do you get any kind of privileges? Like in Canada, if you're born in certain places and especially like Native Indian people, they get privileges and things like that. Do you get any kind of perks and stuff if you go back to Mexico? You're just another dumb gringo out in the stroll?
Yeah, man. I don't think... I mean, the only perk to having, like, Mexican mom is, like, if they... Like, I learned Spanish. I don't remember learning it.
Oh, okay, so you know Spanish?
Yeah.
Does that because you're quite light-skinned, does that ever throw people off? Do you speak it with an accent, or are you quite fluent?
Yeah, man. I can speak it, but I sound like a white guy speaking it.
Okay. Is it, because this is fun for me, especially when I travel and stuff. Like, for instance, I was on a train in Finland going to, from one city to another, and I was with me. I was having a stroke. No, it was me, Craig Campbell, and Zani and Tamo. And we're on the train, and we're all speaking English. They all speak English quite well. And while we're all having a conversation, the two elderly women, not elderly, middle-aged women behind us were talking shit about how these assholes come here and they don't speak the language and blah, blah, blah. And he's finished. So he stands up and he goes, fuck, he starts yelling. We didn't know what he flipped out about, right? He goes bananas. We thought we were going to have to pull him off these two old ladies. And then he sits down and he's, fuck. What happened? She goes, this fucking bitch behind us says we shouldn't be speaking English. It's rude and all this stuff. And he went bananas. Do you get to overhear some side of people speaking, talking shit about you or somebody around you in Spanish?
Oh yeah, I mean that happens a lot. Like
yeah.
Is
it just simple as like puto or something? Or is there like lengthy stories where you're like, oh, this is getting good?
I mean, not too much. I mean, the funny part is like when you'll just say something in Spanish just to let them know you understood, and then I just like leaving it like that, Just
sure.
Like,
Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover.
Right. Yeah.
Aye. But I remember, I guess it was maybe about a couple months ago, Jay Davis was telling me about you, and he says, I had this guy on my show, and it's kind of offbeat and very different, and you should come and watch him. And I saw your set; it was quite short. And especially for what your kind of comedy that you were doing at the parlor was so much fun for me to watch because there's conditioned to there's a lot of kind of rah frat house kind of mentality in that place, and you are not a frat house. You're actually you're their nemesis probably to a frat house.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, that set didn't go very well, man.
Oh, it did? No, I thought it was great.
Oh, really?
But I thought their heads were kind of turning because they knew what you were doing was structured and stuff, but it was there was some stuff that they were grabbing onto, and then there was other things that were completely going over their head. They didn't get the absurdity of
oh,
it.
Right.
Or the and to see these dumb Hollywood cunts. Just these girls, you could see their heads start short-circuiting, smoke coming out their heads. Like, what is this? I don't know what is happening. It's fucking great. Those fucking bitches, they are fantastic looking.
Yeah,
but who needs that kind of extra sexual frustration though? Those girls wouldn't even spit on me after the show.
Right.
And it wouldn't put you out on fire if they had to take a piss.
That's good, man.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong?
Piss doesn't work like grease, does it? Like
no, it's not flammable. Except mine. When I'm on a big Jägermeister run, I could start about 9 campfires with my piss and a lighter.
Oh wow! Man.
It's quite a skill. It got me kicked out of Algonquin Park. Because I just walk around with a fire hat with my hose hanging out. Right. And people are like, oh, my God, that costume's horrible. And then I'd start pissing fire. Hey, you kids, bring your marshmallows over here and I'll light them up for you. True story.
Wow, man. You gotta be careful not to get an erection. You're like...
No, you burn your face. That's why I got this. It looks like a hickey on my neck, but that's piss fire. I eat jalapenos and Jägermeister, and it lights up. Makes all my holes hum. How did we get on this subject again? And your father's Italian?
Yeah, he was.
He was. You got a dead dad too?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
When did your dad die?
He died at Universal Studios.
Really? Was he a stuntman?
No.
Was he the guy on the pirate ship that would fall off the mast into the water? And some asshole from fucking Norway shot him in the back with a crossbow?
Oh, dude. Yeah. Why
are you laughing?
Because I remember seeing that as a kid, being like, yeah. that's insane.
Yeah, it's called Drunks on a Boat. What were you glamorizing it with some bullshit pirate theme? It's fucking a bunch of pissed up university guys with pirate hats on, falling off of things. Yeah. But your dad died at Universal Studios?
Yeah, he's a painter there, and so like
murals or just kind of regular painter guy?
Yeah, I think whatever. Like, we need the parking lot. I remember he was saying he had to paint some stuff on the King Kong and stuff like that. And
all around painter guy. Because when you're at Universal Studios, you could be painting anything.
Right.
It could be a Smurf. It could be scaffolding.
Yep.
Benches. Shame. Yeah. I don't know. That one was for me. So he died at Universal Studios. How long ago was this?
Oh man, I was this was in '96, I think. So yeah, I just finished 8th grade, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
the story better end in a laugh.
All right.
There's people listening to this in their cars right now going, I'm just going to turn the wheel into the traffic.
Oh, yeah, well, it's hard up because, like we get a phone call, and my mom's like, the hospital called. They said we should go down there. So I was like, I didn't even want to go, but they were like, yeah.
No, you got to go.
Yeah, so, just... I put on because we had, a bunch of Universal T-shirts, my dad would bring back. So I put one on, and then we go over there, and, so the doctor comes out, and it was, and now I look back, and I remember, like a lot of his work friends were, looking at us weird. And, but I'm not thinking anything.
Yeah, he's like, maybe he's broken a leg, falling off a ladder or something.
Yeah, and so, so then the doctor comes, and he just, he sits us all down. So it's, my mom, my little sister, and my little brother, and he's all like, yeah, Nick had that was my dad's name's Nick, and he's like, he had a heart attack, and, and he didn't make it, And then my mom, screams, oh, he died? And he's all, the doctor's like, yeah, he died. And,
no.
Yeah, that was insane. And
your mother, being Latina, she probably exploded. I'm the mourning process, I think, for culturally, it's quite dramatic.
Yeah.
And does it? Sorry to interrupt. Go.
No. Oh,
so
yeah.
So you have brothers and sisters, or?
Yeah, I had a little brother. My little brother was 7. My sister was, I think, 10 or something. But so she starts crying hysterically, and
you're in shock.
Yeah, so then we got to go see him, and so his body was still warm, and then I remember, I was trying to, breathe into his mouth, because I thought I could bring him back to life.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we were there for, a while, and then, his skin got real cold, so it was, that was my first dead body. It was,
That's heavy, man.
Yeah, it was pretty heavy, man.
How, because then you got to kind of explain to your younger brother what's happened and stuff. He's, 7, you said?
Yeah.
That's tough. It's not easy as a teenager. My dad didn't die until maybe about 4 years ago now. He's been dead. So I was older and he wasn't really around. So it was unfortunate and very painful, but at the same time I didn't have really a bonded relationship with him.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So, but that was due smoking and drinking. Lung cancer and brain aneurysm. But your father, did he just have a massive heart attack, or?
Yeah, man, I think it's all that Mexican food my mom used to cook.
It's rich.
Yeah.
Your mother killed your father?
Yeah.
She was screaming because she had a hell of a policy on him. Did these tears look real? She's in the mirror in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of canola oil, man. Like,
it is diet,
Yeah.
you know. Friends of mine have because Italian, you know, a lot of rich food, a lot of heavy food, and they've had heart issues because of it.
yeah, I mean, I wonder about that too. I mean, like, I never saw that guy cry, man. I think like that stuff bites you in the end. You know what I mean? Like,
you got to let some shit out.
Yeah, you got to let
That's
some
what's
shit
cool
out.
about being an artist too, is you have expression. I'm such a worrier and internal person anyway. If I didn't have my outlet, I'd fucking have a stroke myself.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, especially with like first, second, third generation immigrants, when they come to the country, getting into theater is not a fucking option. It's like, I need to get a roof over my head and food and start building an infrastructure where I can actually survive. Goofing around doing the slapstick with your buddies at a comedy club is not a thing. They come to see us. They don't want to be us.
yeah, oh, that's a good point, man. Yeah.
You were at the Parlor. What other places you get to perform in Los Angeles?
You know, I perform at Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank a lot.
Flappers. I always thought that'd be a good name for a strip club.
Well, yeah.
Flappers. It's women in their 60s and above. Flappers is pretty suburban, isn't it? What?
Yeah, but they've been really nice because, like, the set that I usually perform, like, they let me do it at Flappers, and like I've been like, I got kicked out of another club for the same set, so it's like, I mean, it's cool. They're pretty open.
It's nice when you get a lot of no's, and then out of the blue someone gives you a yes. You know what I mean? Because you just said like you did pretty much the same set at both clubs with completely different reactions.
Right.
Was So what was? I always love hearing these club managers critique. Did they tell you what was wrong with what you were doing?
Yeah, he sure did. Like,
did he yell at you?
Yeah, well, he
scold you.
He was
This
really
is the manager.
the man, or I think he's the owner of the club, but basically what he said, he
bartender, asshole.
Yeah, he said my act was obscene. It's filthy, unfunny, and
oh fuck.
Yeah.
And what else? What other?
Yeah, he's like, what did he say? He's like, yeah, I think he said like, because I was supposed to do another show next week, and he's like, yeah,
that's done. You're off the list, buddy.
Yeah, basically said I was like, I wasn't welcome to come back ever again. So
yeah, they wanted you to come back and clean all that bullshit you left on the stage for them.
Yeah, because I was thinking,
did you bomb or?
Well, I was like, everyone was on board, everyone's having a good time, and you know what I mean. Then
you said something, the whole room went sideways.
Yeah. Then I started losing it with some pretty dark stuff. And I remember, like, looking at the manager, and he was just shaking his head the whole time.
I had somebody in the front row do that to me earlier in my career, and it totally deflates you.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, fuck. It's so, like, Coliseum. Like, send the Lions, you're done, buddy. So he gives you the disappointment of nod.
Yeah, and it's funny, too, because I was just like, you know what I mean? He was acting like we weren't at a comedy club. You know what I mean? It's like, I was like, what is this, church?
Yeah. And at least give me an opportunity to redeem myself. You have a show, but you've taken some risks in your performance, and some of it's stuck and some of it's failed, but it's all in development, You learn how to navigate and build the material accordingly, and then you develop the skills when something doesn't go that way, that you're not in a hole, you can bring it out. I think it's hilarious. I used to get a lot of that earlier, but now they can at a glance they know that I'm not. Fuck you. Really, After seeing my show, regardless, say I died a horrible death, there's no conversation, there's no critique. They just go, oh, okay, well, we're not doing that again. You know, not like, well, maybe if you didn't fist the old lady so much, maybe you could bring it back. No, it's all commitment.
Like when I met Jay, you know, he was like, "Oh, I got this friend Jason. You gotta talk to him. I think you guys get along." And so I saw one of your sets, man. And then when you're telling like this guy's girlfriend that you're gonna fuck his girlfriend, like that, like blew my brain. I was like, you can do that, like.
Yeah, no, I am not a good example of that. That could get you in a whole lot of trouble. You would probably get a chair thrown at you by the girl.
Right. Yes. Wow, man.
Yeah, I get away with so much shit. I should be tarred and feathered. But I say it right to their face.
Yeah. It's like, man, that's amazing. Right.
Fuck his girlfriend. But it's always in some horrific manner too.
Yeah.
So I think that they can, they're like, oh, okay, he's goofing around. I don't appreciate it, but it's clearly he's not going to fuck her with a knife to her throat.
I mean, do you ever get any of the girls like jump for that, man? Like
sometimes.
Wow.
Not very often. I've been checking out some of the stats and stuff on some of my social media stuff, and they have like pie charts and like kind of gender and ages and stuff. But it's like 97% of my fan base is males 18 to 35. There's no girls. There's not a lot of girls that come up to me or watch during the show and go, "Oh, my mom would love him." That's not a thing. They're usually coming after me to get back at an ex-boyfriend and anybody who might love them.
Wow.
But no.
That's a great niche to fill, man.
Yeah. You know the girl putting cigarettes out on her forearm? That's Daddy's love girl.
Wow.
It's so strange. There's families walking around. This is the most kind of like we've infiltrated some sort of tropical Norman Rockwell painting. There's like paddle boats and there's wildlife and palm trees and families walking around. There's clearly people having picnics and children screaming.
I guess that's their safe word.
The scream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. When they're that young, they don't have a safe word. So who's to know what's too far?
Right.
Do you have a safe word? When you've got that Thai hooker having a shit on your chest and you got a gun to your own head and you're whacking off at the same time and her pussy farts are starting to get really bad, what would you say? What would be your safe word?
Oh, shit, man. Man?
I think that's a great one. Very, very appropriate. Especially when she turns around and she's got a hard on too.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. You're crowning. And you're going to get mud all over your nuts, Tammy. Have you traveled at all outside of the U.S.?
Just Mexico and Canada.
So when did you go to Canada and why?
Oh, that's, when I was telling you I got busted for smuggling pot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's insane. Start from the top. Do you want to explain this to our listeners?
Well, shit, man. Well, I was going to finish that. Since you brought up the prostitute, I was going to tell you my hooker story.
All right, unload it.
All right.
Well, hold on, let me grab one of these ducks to put under my arm.
Right.
So, was it a Canadian hooker?
No. Yeah, well, the problem was, because this was when I had just started smoking salvia, and...
How long ago was that?
Now, I think it's been like 3-4 years, so this is an old story, but, yeah, like, I kind of got carried away, and I lost my mind, and, yeah, so, anyways, so, because I work in Hollywood, and, like, every day on my way home, I was driving by all these, like, hookers, and...
Every day?
Yeah, well, yeah, because I'd work late, and then they're working out late. And,
streetwalkers.
Yeah, streetwalkers.
You get street whores?
Well, it was, you know what I mean? It was kind of...
A dog just threw up over there. No.
Well, yeah, it was kind of an accident, man. Like
an accident.
Right. Yeah.
I've never heard a bigger lie in my life. I woke up and there was whore all over me.
Well, so like I was just curious. I was like, I just wonder, like, it's gonna just like I was like, I wonder how much a hooker costs. And so like I pulled up, and so this. Well, I guess what are they called? Man hookers or
trannies?
Trannies, yeah. And
Larry Ann's.
And so she like, she like walks up to my car and she's like, show me your dick. And I was kind of like,
whoa, this is a terrible first date.
Yeah, right.
Can I buy you dinner first, sir?
Yeah, and dude, you know what I mean? Like that kind of like scared. I mean, she's like really authoritative, like she scared the crap out of me, and I didn't know what to say, and she like yelled at me again. She's like, "Show me your dick." So I was like, "Okay." So I just whooped it out.
This is at the drive-thru at
Yeah.
Jack in the Box. I think she probably said, "Well, would you like fries with that, sir?"
And
so you whip your dick out in your car.
Yeah, in my car. Yeah, because I guess that's how they check to make sure you're not a cop. Like.
Oh, really? Is that what he told you? Yeah. You only fall for that once.
Well, it sucks too because it's not like, you know what I mean. Like I'm scared.
You're getting bullied.
Yeah.
By a guy.
Yeah.
Dressed as a woman.
Yeah. So.
To see your dick, and you panic with okay.
Yeah.
No, you fucking go, man. You get the fuck out of there.
And then next thing I know, she's in my car. Like
next thing you know, as you open the door, she's in your car.
Yeah, because I thought it was like vampires. You have to invite them in first, but
no, not horrors. They fly right in the window.
Shit, man. And so then I ended up like, so she's like, okay, she's like, are you a cop? And I was like, well, like I just showed you my penis, And she's like, we're going to have a lot of fun. And I'm like, what have I gotten myself into, And,
is it weird to see your father like that?
Right. Yeah. And, so then we go to her place, I guess.
Oh, no.
And she's got like a big screen TV, and there's like this gay porn playing. And, and
this story sounds horrible.
Dude, yeah, it's...
Were you high?
No, dude, but I was like, I don't think I had slept in 2 days, and, dude, I was not in a good state of mind, man.
What are you, Hunter S. Thompson?
Dude, yeah, shit, man. Well, so then we go in her room, and she's like, take off all your clothes. And, dude, that, like, nothing, like, kills the mood than just, like, taking your clothes off, man. So I was, like, super embarrassed, man, and I was like, because I've, like, looked at tranny porn, but then when it's in real life, dude, like, I think I realized, well, it's just, dude, it's a different game, man, like, so like, she starts trying to jerk me off, man, and yeah, like,
you mean Tony with tits? Tony with tits is trying to whack you off.
Yeah, dude, and, it was one of those things that it was just like, my brain couldn't get over that it was a guy, and like, I think that's when I realized, like, oh, I'm not gay. Like, it was just like, dude, and I felt awful because, I think she was trying for like 20 minutes to like get me hard, man. It was.
Oh, were you having a shit at the same time?
Oh, no, man, but like, yeah, dude, it was just super gross, man. Like,
well, now you know, and that's half the battle. G.I. Joe.
Yeah, no, I felt terrible, man. I was trying to explain to her, like, oh, it's not you, it's me. Like,
sure.
So, yeah, I ended up just doing a drawing for her because I felt so guilty, man.
Oh, no. And what did that cost for you to go over there and draw a picture?
Oh, dude, I only had $5 in my wallet, man.
You got jerked off for 20 minutes for $5?
For $5, dude. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, you know what? That birthday card money that Grandma gave you, kind of worked out. So how long did this go on for? You were going down after work, and where were you working that you needed this to relax?
Oh man, I was working at an animation studio, so it was pretty stressful, man. And yeah, I learned my lesson, man. Like, yeah, don't pick up street hookers, man.
No. Maybe you should ask them to see their dick first before you pull out yours. Maybe that might just kind of end the story there. You wouldn't have to go in there and draw a picture for a hand job.
Yeah, that's true, man.
You got to have a little more foresight, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned now.
Well, yeah, man.
You seem easy. You could get tricked into almost anything. How many times have you been victimized by transvestite hookers?
Oh, dude. Well, yeah. Now I try and stay away, man. Like,
but you had a problem with prostitutes for a while.
Yeah. I've had like a lot of therapy now, man. So I'm like, I'm on the up and ups now. Like,
how is it? How many hours a week do you go in for therapy?
Just 1 hour a week, but I think I'm on my third year now. That and the salvia, I think that's because at first salvia was wrecking me.
Salvia is therapeutic.
Yeah, I think. Well, if you don't abuse it, man, like
sounds like you're abusing it. You told me you did it every day for how many years?
Well, I did it every day for 2 years, and then I couldn't get high anymore.
Yeah, you'd blow out that part.
Yeah, I know that sucks, man.
It's like eating chocolate cake every day for 2 years. You're gonna get sick.
Yeah.
So, has there been any side effects? Has any of your friends or family noticed any difference in your? Because I've had friends who've taken Olympics doses of LSD and never really came back.
Wow.
And in one case, it aggravated some schizophrenia. So he went from being a school teacher to not knowing who the fuck he was anymore. Has there been any kind of backswing on that for you at all? Or
the only thing is that it got me into autoerotic asphyxiation.
The old Michael Hutchinson?
Oh,
do you know who Michael Hutchinson
no.
is? Singer for INXS, erotic asphyxiation. He was whacking off and strangling himself. You're going to end up dead.
Yeah.
And you're half Latino, so if the maid comes in and thinks you're a piñata while you're hanging from the ceiling, beating you for an hour with a vacuum cleaner hose.
Shit, man. Yeah, it's...
So no side effects?
Right. Well, yeah, the other thing, it's like...
Well, what do you gain from it?
Oh, dude. Well, just a lot of... You know what I mean? It's
just... Is it escapism, or do you kind of come back from it with some sort of food for thought, or...
Yeah, food for thought. Well, definitely. Well, it just is one of those things that it's like... You know what I mean? I feel like it's like this uncharted territory, and it's like somebody's got to be like... So I've been writing a book... I write down every trip, so it's like one day I'm like hoping this will help somebody else. Or
is it from like a paragraph to like pages, or how extensive is and what kind of topics do you discuss in it as far as the trip? As far do you hallucinate visually too, or
yeah, dude. I mean, Salvia's pretty bananas. I mean, like
it's pretty bananas.
Like, I would say like 9 out of 10 times you're going to have a terrible trip. Like
9 out of 10 times.
9 out of 10
times. You did it every day for 2 years.
Yeah. Oh, dude, and it's so scary, man. Like,
oh no, alone?
Yeah. I know it's probably not a good idea, man. Like,
I have friends that have fallen over and bang their heads and shit.
Yeah, man. Well, it's funny, dude, because it's like, you know what I mean? You talk to like aliens and like all kinds of crazy shit on Salvia, man. It's like,
isn't DMT a little more intensive and prolonging?
I haven't, but from what I hear, it's like pretty similar.
Really?
Like, yeah.
You'd rather do Salvia for years than try DMT once?
I just haven't had the chance to, like.
All right.
But
maybe we do that in a blacked out room, handcuffed together with a loaded gun and a bottle of whiskey, and we take a blast each, and then the strobe light and the smoke machine comes on, and then they let wild animals, rabbit, dogs, and giraffes into the thing. Speaking of the giraffes, if you had to ride an animal, what animal would you ride, and why?
Oh man, an animal.
We automatically cross dolphin off. Everybody wants to ride a dolphin.
I've had an animal ride me.
All right.
Oh shit, man.
A squirrel?
Well, this is like super embarrassing, man.
Is this another tranny story?
No, this is like yeah, this is a really.
Am I going to throw up against the wall?
Yeah, maybe. I don't. A part of me is debating whether I should say this or not. Like.
This is just a dime roll. This is like cab confessions.
Yeah. Because you know how like some people got this embarrassing story of like their mom walking in on them masturbating.
You were banging the local dog?
No, well, yeah, my mom walked in on me getting raped.
Oh, the dog was banging you?
Yeah, by my best friend. Like,
was it a big dog?
Yeah, this was, it just, like, wrecked me, because, like, I was, I just, like...
Sounds like the whole world's trying to fuck you up the ass.
Dude, man, like, yeah, it was awful, too, because it was, like within the week that my dad had died, and,
You couldn't fight off a dog?
No, dude, like... Yeah, dude, like, they're pretty powerful once they get their paws around you, man. Like,
what kind of dog?
I
Did
think
it pull down your pants, too?
No, I was a kid, and, like, I was just, just, like...
Sleepwalking?
No, well, I was just, naked in my room, like, just, like, touching myself, and I had been bent over, and next thing I know, man, like...
Were you hiding from somebody, whacking off?
No, I was just, just doing, like, weird puberty teenager kid stuff.
Yeah.
But
rule number 1 is kick the dog out of the room.
Yeah.
Or you're just teasing him.
Yeah, well, awful story, man, because, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, dude, I had never done, like, anything, like, like, my body was not ready for that, because my dog had, like, a 9-inch penis or something, and then I just started bleeding like crazy, like, all over the floor. No. And, yeah, dude, I've had...
And your mother walked in? Well, your dog was drilling your asshole?
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, and,
How did you not worry about losing your teaching job?
No, I was like... yeah, that's good, man. Well, it's awful because, like...
I've opened Pandora's box.
Yeah, for like... Yeah, so I have chronic bloody diarrhea, man. Like that just... It was just like sticking like a
broken whiskey bottle neck in your shitter?
Yeah, in my shitter, man. And, yeah, so, like, I got so many diarrhea stories, man. Like, you just wouldn't believe, like...
Just you shitting in public?
Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah, because now I'm on medicine, but, like, for 15 years, man, like...
You had soup ass?
Soup ass. Yeah, no, I still can't... I mean, like, I can't...
Just not a sock.
Oh, dude, yeah. So for, like... it's just, like, for that to have happened, like, a lot of adults had to drop the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's... Because I went to Catholic school, and it's, like, super sexually repressive, and, like... You know what I mean? Like... Yeah.
Was it all dudes or girls and boys?
Oh no, it was both. Like,
because they had Catholic schools in my hometown, but there was only one that was co-ed. But most of them were separate. You had to wear a uniform.
Yeah, uniforms.
Did your uniforms you have a little badge on it that says I got fucked by a dog? You get badges for that?
Shit.
Did you put that in an application?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, just for the record, man. Like, that just happened the one time, man. Like,
that's all. It counts.
Yeah.
It counts forever.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's forever, man. Yeah, tell me about it, dude. It's just like you're like 12, and it's just like I just fucked my life. You know what I mean? Like,
you really started off hot and heavy out of the gate. All right.
I was worried that story was going to come out.
No, you know what? People need to hear this. So they know who they're spitting on in public.
God. Well, you know what? A part of me thinks, like, I can't be the only guy that this happened to, man. Like...
No, we had a Great Dane growing up, and I wouldn't even yawn around it. Oh, man. My friend said, bestiality's legal in Denmark.
I didn't know that, man.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, like, I'm not... That happened a long time ago.
I think that's a T-shirt. I got fucked by a dog once.
What?
T-shirt with an arrow pointing down.
Shit, man.
Now a word from our sponsors.
I tell you, Ralph, there's only one answer to this dog food problem. Asparagus. Tender, succulent asparagus.
Well, it may be all right for you, Baskerville, but I like Purina dog chow.
But asparagus is nourishing. It's got vitamins.
Purina dog
So you're
chow
looking
is
for
more
vitamins?
nourishing. It's got all 43 vitamins and minerals a fella needs to make him feel all dog.
Ha! Asparagus tastes good.
Purina dog chow tastes better.
Want advice from Jason? Do you have a story? A question? Leave Jason a message on Skype. www.jasonrouse.com/Skype.
All right. Well, anyway, you're going to be on the show on Saturday.
Right.
So, here we are talking about bestiality and comedy. Dreams do come true.
Yeah.
What do you got coming up gig-wise?
Well, shit.
Are you going to judge any dog shows or anything?
Yeah. I think Jay's having me do the
transitions here are perfect.
Oh,
We're gonna commercial breaks.
Yeah. I know.
So Jay's got you up on some of his shows? Have you performed at the Improv before?
No, that's going to be my first time. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Then I think he's going to do another. He's going to have me do another one on the 2nd of December. So that's exciting. And yeah.
Where's some of your favorite places to perform?
Oh shoot, man. Well, I performed at Big Fish just I think only 2 times, but there's a comic named Joseph Larkin runs it, and he's super funny. And
is it in Venice Beach?
No, it's actually Glendale.
I think I've been there before.
Yeah, it's like a rowdy bar that doesn't want comedy there.
Did they give hot dogs away?
Oh,
is that the one? I've been to one. I used to go down to a couple of those places, but
I think so, man. Like
some of them are pretty bleak.
Yeah.
It's like what's your worst? We heard the you getting banned from the club, but have you had a show in particular where people were just like, burn this motherfucker?
Oh yeah, I did stand-up comedy at my high school reunion.
Oh no,
dude, that did not go over well, man. Like
no,
yeah, because they ended up having to cut the mic, because like no one was laughing, but.
Were there other performers, or was it just you?
Yeah, it was just me. It was kind of like an impromptu thing, because I told some people, like, oh, yeah, I do stand-up. And they're like, oh, dude, you got to do stand-up for everybody. And,
oops.
Yeah, but Kirsten Dunst was in the audience, and she I think she really dug it, but I think she was the only one, so...
It's tough when you fail in front of those fucking losers you went to school with. What was school like? Was it Catholic school right up through high school?
Yeah, through high school. Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah, high school. Just Catholics in general suck, man.
But then you're dealing with repressed Christian girls,
right? That's true.
Who save their assholes for the world and their pussies for Jesus.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Just from my own personal experience, man. It's hard for me to believe that Catholics aren't crazy sexual deviants. You know what I mean?
They are.
Yeah, I would say they all are, man. Yeah, dude.
I used to date this Catholic girl, and she used to let me bang her with dog shit all the time in her pussy.
Whoa.
Isn't that weird? Yeah.
Does it cause like a rash?
Yeah, and it was with dog shit. It wasn't even my shit.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
Well,
coming from a guy who got banged by a dog as a teenager. There's a family next to us crying right now.
Oh man,
this podcast is going to be this is going to be played in court.
Dude, yeah, I know. It's like I'm going to regret the day I met you.
A lot of people say that. I want to go to Vegas. Have you been? You probably do very well in Vegas.
Oh, you think, man?
Yeah. They kind of because Vegas has kind of a hybrid entertainment thing where magic and burlesque and stand up and cabaret and all that stuff is all present. So they're kind of the tourists have come to the Vegas to be and see the freaks. So the comedy. Oh, they're getting their dogs. That's funny. She just blew weed in the dog's face.
Oh, yeah.
Do you smoke a lot of pot?
Yeah, every day.
What's your drugs of choice?
Pot and salvia, really. Like
heroin, cocaine, speed.
No, I
crack.
Oh, I used to...
Oh, here we go. I used to jerk off a rattlesnake for speed.
Right. Yeah, no, when I went to college, my downstairs roommates were crack dealers, so they would give us free crack if we would let them borrow our phone.
What?
So yeah, it was. I mean, I guess it's a good deal.
What happened to a quarter?
Oh,
you put it in and pay for the phone. Now you're trading. So then you just out of boredom you smoked crack.
Yeah, well, yeah, dude. I mean, like, I couldn't hang too long, man, because they used to wreck my body, man. Like, I don't know how those guys.
You think crack is bad for you? When did this get out?
Shoot, man.
So you were smoking rock.
Yeah. I mean, there's some cool.
Did the
people.
dog when you got fucked by that dog? Did it whisper something in your ear to set you off on that path?
I think he just decided you're going to be a comedian now. You know what I mean? I think he did me a favor.
Comedy's fun.
Yeah.
Nothing sacred. Do you ever worry about maybe when you do become famous and rich, when they do This Is Your Life and they bring that old dog back in?
Oh, he's dead, man.
Oh,
yeah.
What did he die of? Should he have worn a condom?
Yeah, probably, man. No, I think he died of cancer.
You taught him how to smoke and walk on his hind legs, so it wasn't so weird anymore.
Oh shoot, man! Yeah,
I do want to take a paddle boat out and just piss off the back of it, and wave to people with a fishing rod in the other hand. Hey, neighbor!
Yeah, you got to do one of these podcasts on the paddle boats one of these days.
Yeah, and just throw dirty diapers at people on the shoreline. Do you go see music at all? Do you go see bands?
Oh, I just saw Guar this last week.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that with a new singer.
Yeah. That was an insane show, man.
Yeah, it's totally comic booky, big things, lots of blood and guts and theatrics.
Super funny, man.
It's a very cool show. I got an opportunity to open for them in Toronto, and they said, "No way. Who opens for Guar?"
Wow.
You know what I mean? That'd be a worst case scenario, opening for Guar. The audience wouldn't have it. There's no way. Hey, so how you guys doing tonight? Fuck you. Yeah, but you saw Guar. What other band? What are some of your favorite music?
Shit, man. You know what? I when I grew up, I just had this neighbor kid, and he was into Oingo Boingo, and so for the longest time, I thought that was that's
the coolest band ever.
Well, I didn't have access to. I just had he just burned me a copy of an Oingo Boingo cassette, and that's what I listened for my entire childhood.
Just one album?
You had one album.
What was their big hit?
I think it's Dead Man's Party or something.
Can you give me a verse from it?
Oh shit! It's how's it go? I'm a terrible singer, man.
No. But I know the band because I think that was a popular band when I was a kid. It's weird that it became a popular band for you. Did this kid commit suicide or anything? Oingo Boingo?
Yeah.
And didn't you heard of Iron Maiden at that time? Or?
No, dude, just Oingo Boingo, man.
Just Oingo Boingo, man.
That's all I listen to. I just want...
For how many months?
Years, man.
Years. What was it like? Did you get into some sort of OCD situation where you just play that every time you walked into the room?
Yeah, I mean, as far as I was concerned, that's all I knew about music. It was
But didn't you reach, you were born in the age of the internet. Did
yeah,
you
man.
Google anything? Or?
Yeah, it wasn't until high school that, I even, you know what I mean? Then I started meeting other people that listen to other music. Yeah.
Did you go to parties or anything?
Yeah, no.
Not the ones that said no dogs allowed on the door.
Right, not those ones, man. But, yeah, this is going to follow me the rest of my life.
This is a career ender for both of us. I'm guilty through association.
Yeah, right?
So but how was school?
Oh, well, I mean, Catholic school's awful. You know what I mean? It just
But was there an art program or?
No,
how did you doodle? Did you just doodle on your books and start drawing?
Yeah, I was just doing caricatures of the teachers, and then some of the kids were like, "Oh, dude, you should do this for a living," and then that's why I got into animation. But so that's how that started.
Was there some animated series or artists that you kind of looked up to? And
no, dude, I mean, that's what I feel. I feel Well, because here, I mean, this is basically what happened. Like I think in the 3rd grade, my parents kicked me out of the house, and they put me in a tool shed, and so I spent like
bragger.
Well, no, I mean there was a bed.
Was it a nice tool shed?
Yeah, it was a nice tool shed, man. I had a TV and a bed.
Know, parents, isn't it weird how you have to go through a series of screening processes to drive a car? But as far as having kids, any fucking asshole can just push out these maggots, and then they treat them like shit, and then release them in the wild and go, okay, now be an asset to society.
Right.
And they have no skills whatsoever because they've lived in this crazy life. So you're in a tool shed.
Yeah, and so I mean it's like, what do you do when you're a kid? You know what I mean? Like,
and how old were you?
So 3rd grade, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old or something, and
you had younger brothers and sisters at that time.
Yeah, but they got to live in the house. And
why did you get the stepchild treatment?
You know, I think they thought it would be good for me or something, like
some sort of hazing process. Or something?
I don't know, man. But when you spend that much time by yourself, dude, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like. Your brain goes to weird places, man.
Yeah, it's like solitary confinement.
Solitary confinement, yeah.
And what were you allowed to eat in the house to eat, or?
Yeah. I mean, well, they had my dad had set up like this ringer bell, so like when it was dinner time, they would ring this bell, and then it would buzz in my room, and then I would come.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so odd. That's very Texas Chainsaw Massacre house.
Yes, super.
So you would be notified to come in to eat through a buzzer, but was the door locked when they left the room and you were confined to this shed?
I mean, I had a lock. I mean, like at some point, like I ended up just liking it. You know what I mean? Because
you adapt.
Well, yeah, like I mean, like
or you commit suicide.
Yeah, so it's like every day I couldn't wait to come home so I could go to my room and masturbate. You know what I mean? Like, so it's it's a lot of. Did
the dog scratch at the door?
Because
I know you're awake.
Man. Yeah.
This thing doesn't suck itself.
Yeah.
Get your oral dam.
Damn. Yeah, well.
Get your oral dam.
Yeah, dude, that is
Mr. Peanut Butter Cups is coming to saw one out in your face. Yeah. Oh.
Jesus, man.
Gonna make your fucking asshole look like the floor of a bakery.
Yeah.
Icing everywhere. Oh, look, some kids on bicycles. So you had to go stay from 8 or 7 years old. You had to go in the shed.
Yeah, 7 years old, I think, man. Like,
was it a nice shed? Because I know Andy Dick lives in a shed now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's all fixed up, and he said he's got a nice TV. And
yeah, I mean, he just had it was small. It just had a bed and a TV, and then I had my toys and stuff. So,
was it a space issue or just some sort of you became an exiled?
Yeah, it's just super weird, man. Like it's just like I had weird parents, man, and then you know what I mean?
Well, keep in mind now, you said you had weird parents. You're also wearing one-piece pajamas with the feet in them.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you thought we were going to have a pillow fight here in the park?
Yeah.
Did you just come from a job interview?
Right.
Insane asylum? What the fuck, man? I'll take a picture and put it on Instagram.
Oh.
Angelo clearly has one-piece kids' pajamas on with stars and feet in them. And I'm a little jealous because I remember having those as a kid. But the bottoms had like this plastic, a bit on it, and it would crack. So you had the outline of the foot, but your foot would come through the bottom all the time. But it's probably the most comfortable sleeping.
Oh, yeah,
thing.
It's pretty awesome, man. I mean, it's just awesome to walk around in it.
Yeah, they have something like that in Sweden, but they have hoodies, and the crotches are a little lower. That was like kind of a fashionable thing to wear these one-piece pajamas, but they had a hood. They look kind of cool. Do you ride public transit like that?
Yeah, I mean, I like sometimes I just like to wear it because it's comfortable and
sure.
And I think it's funny.
It looks comfortable. Oh, look at that speedboat go.
Oh, that's cool.
You know what's fun to do with those? Is shoot them with shotguns out of the bushes and watch people go, what the fuck? Yeah, you shoot a guy's remote control motorboat in a public park, it's going to slow down the picnic for everybody.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, that would be, if any advice I'd give you, is to travel it and maybe get a Vegas show out of it. That'd be cool to have a residency at a casino in Vegas.
Wow, man.
And if you're bombing, you can just bring out a golden retriever in a cage and go, well, folks, it didn't want it to come to this, but you've been shit all night. Let him out of the cage.
Oh, jeez.
And you grab your ankles. and Mitten starts sawing a barbed horn out on you. And then you wave to the audience as the curtain comes down. Andrew Lloyd Webber presents Dog Dick.
Wow, man. Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
And you just close the show with, what would be your closing line? Being impaled by a canine.
Oh, shit, man.
Oh, shit, man. There we go. That's also your safe word.
Yeah, my safe word. That's right.
I guess that'd be appropriate.
I guess I could talk about some lighter stuff.
Like the time you strangled that infant on a babysitting gig? Well, what animation do you do?
Well, my friend Jason Plapp, we sold this cartoon show to Nickelodeon a few years ago. It was called Bradwurst. It's about a talking sausage. They just did a pilot episode, but that was interesting. And then just earlier this year, we sold like a short cartoon to Comedy Central. It's called Last Dead Unicorn. It's about this Viking that kills unicorns.
Who does all the? Who writes it?
Well, yeah, pretty much just both of us. Just kind of write it, then animate it.
You write the scripts and then animate. So it's all in-house. You guys.
Yeah, we're like
the whole thing. So he's you're kind of Simon and Garfunkel, Trey Parker, Matt Stone.
Yeah, kind of deal. Yeah,
that's cool. It's hard to find creative people that you can gel with and that actually have follow through. There's a lot of people that get excited about ideas, but to get them to put it down and make it work is a chore.
Yeah,
in a lot of cases, because you're dealing with two crazy people trying to deal with professional people and maintain some integrity and to your idea and make it work.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's definitely the less crazy of the two. Like,
cool. What's his strengths in the creative process?
Oh, he's. I mean, that guy's just got really. I mean, he's a super funny guy. He's got really great ideas, and but he's more of the technical. Like, he hooks up all the computer programs and gets the music together, and yes,
that's cool. So he scores it, the whole deal.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a studio that you work with or?
No. Well, he's got this friend named Daryl Blood, and he does pretty much does all the music for like whatever we come up with. So that's pretty cool. But I mean, it's just like small end stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's cool. I've always been fascinated by animation. You know, in all forms, everything, especially stop animation. I always love it. When I saw Robot Chicken, I was so happy.
Wow, yeah.
Because it was kind of abandoned, that stop animation, and then that English animated Gromit,
right? Yeah.
That kind of spiral, Mr. Fox, and those kind of things, where it was like it's clearly stop animation, but they've embraced the motion of it and made the characters really cool and seamless. It's fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah,
it's great, and it's a heartwarming, wonderful story.
Yeah, there's just something about like that. There's like magic to that art form, you know. It's like
I really dig it. Have you dabbled in any of that at all, or
just like early stuff when I was in animation school? But like, I mean, it's just that's a lot of work. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's no shortcuts, is there?
No, man.
It's all hand, and then the more dramatic, the more detail. I can't imagine. That's like a crazy man's project,
right?
Where you lock yourself in a room and try and make some magic happen.
I mean, I say the same thing about stand-up comedy, man.
Yeah, it's very solitary art form. You do spend a lot of time in your own noggin,
right? Yeah,
trying to structure ideas and thoughts, and hopefully they come out in a way that people can enjoy it. And do you have a website and stuff where people can get a hold of you?
Yeah, I got what is it? I'm on Twitter at Wizard Angelo, and I got an Instagram called Sketch Comic. So I've just been drawing all the. Whenever I go up to a show, I'll just draw all the comedians and throw them up there. So
cool.
Yeah, that's that, and then I think that's about it.
That's it.
I think so, man. Well, there's a YouTube, but you can find that on the Twitter, I guess. So.
All right, man. Well, thanks for being on the show. Stay tuned for more exciting and upcoming events. And remember, go to jasonrouse.com to find out about any shows up and coming. check out the Safe Word podcast. Tell your friends. Rate the show on iTunes. Apparently that's important. My producers told me that I need to tell you to rate the show. Comment. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Take it or leave it. Bye.
Safe word! Safe word! Safe word! Safe word!
Don't kiss me on the mouth. Don't ask if you're hurting me. And if you hear the safe word, stop what you're doing immediately. Do you have pantyhose?